That's fucking creepy and uncanny. I just seen that video and I had never seen it come up before. I was just thinking about if I was to blow your fucking brains out in a car. I was thinking about me and my friend Nick and how we wanted to kill this one guy. He was a fucking child molester, and we were bilking him of all his fucking money and shit like that. And the more we talked about it, the more we wanted to kill him. But we never got around to doing that because he went to prison. But we always talked about it, and I told him I'd do it from behind, and he'd have to fucking help. We were just fantasizing, but it might have come to that. And I was thinking, well, and then I started laying there thinking, well, if it was anybody, I'd do him from the back. It's the best way to do it. And I probably would get in trouble because I don't even care about the interior of the car. I was thinking, well, what if the blood's going to get everywhere and shit like that? I'm like, well, what if it was just leather seats or something like that? Would I keep the car? This is the shit I fantasize about. And I'm thinking, would I keep the fucking car if I had to get rid of it? Wouldn't that's what I was thinking to myself. I'm like, well, even if they had felt seats or some kind of shit like that, I would just cut the felt off and put covers back on it and keep the fucking thing, because that's how poor I am. If they'd let me. Yeah. Thinking I don't even care, and I'm thinking, okay, he'd drive, we'd have to get out, and I'd have to fucking get rid of the body, and I'm thinking I dragged it, and I'm thinking about how heavy a dead body might be, and how fucking hard it must be to get it out of the car, and what kind of car it would be what if it's a Jeep. And I'm thinking, well, what if and in this day and age, you have to put your seatbelt on, and I'm thinking he's in the fucking seatbelt. Now I gotta reach in and what, That's what I was thinking. What would I do with the car? And then, would it go through the windshield? Probably not. But I would tell the driver to, we'd roll down. I'd tell him, roll down the windows. This is going to be fucking loud in here. I'd probably put earplugs in too, I was thinking, because it'd be fucking loud and the flash would be really, really, you'd see that shit if I didn't have a silencer. That's what I was fucking thinking. Shit like that. That'd be the worst part, though. I'd be like, I don't mind fucking getting the body out of there, but the seatbelt might be a pain in the ass. I got to bend over him, and he's all fucking dead. And then I got to drag him the fuck out of there. That's exactly what I was thinking. That's creepy and uncanny. That's creepy and uncanny that video, there must be a sign from God or something. That video comes up and it's never come up before. And about JFK's Carter. And I'm thinking, wow, that really must be a sign from God. I was just laying there in the dark thinking about what I would do. And if I was to do a home invasion or something like that, or go into somebody's house, I'd fucking wear booties on, like those ones that they wear at crime scenes that the cops wear. That's what I would wear. I'd wear 2 pairs of socks, and I'd probably wear 2-3 pairs of socks, do it in my socks, and fucking put on booties, shit like that. I was thinking, and I told that story years ago about how I'd fucking gas somebody in their house, how I'd do it, especially in these apartments. All you got to do, because all the apartments in these places around town, the floors don't connect too well ever in any of these apartments in our houses, and how you can just gas somebody from outside with some duct tape, some paint tarp, painter's tarp. Yep. You take somebody into a house, you tell them you're painting or something, lock them the fuck in there, nail gun the door shut. If they're out somewhere, turn on the gas them inside like a cat or like a rat in a coffee can. Or if you're going to whack somebody in a fucking house. I wish I could find that video that I did. I'd have it all like this, like you were doing construction in here. That was my episode I did. All over the floors. Just so that you don't, and then you just wrap up the body with the tarp, take the fucking plastic off the wall, shit like that. Wouldn't that be great? There's so many. If you put your mind to it, you could do so much. But if you notice that, all you have to do is turn on the gas. And the gas, man, and especially if you live on the second floor, you'd have people trying to jump out the fucking windows. Really. I swear they've done it to me in the past. I swear to God they've done it. I hurt. That's a whole nother story, though. There's so many ways to fucking kill someone. That fucking blood gets fucking everywhere. And remember years ago I did that episode? I must be sick. There was another episode I did about 3 years ago, and then all of a sudden I see it and nobody's gonna believe me. But I always thought about if you were gonna kill yourself with a gun, the best way to do it. I was laying on my bed one year, and I had these, and I was just thinking. I wasn't thinking about killing myself, but I was just thinking, what if somebody was to kill themselves, and you don't want to fucking leave a giant fucking mess somewhere? What would you do? Or if you wanted to, wouldn't it feel better if you would just take a big velour blanket, wrap it around your head, and just pull the fucking trigger? Somehow it would make it better. Of course, I wouldn't. I'm not even concerned about the fucking mess. I'm just thinking psychologically, it might be. Yeah, think about it. Think about yourself if you've ever, and think about. Fuck a mess. Just think about trying to buffer the pain or something. You'd be more apt to pull the trigger on yourself with something wrapped around your head, wouldn't you? You know you're gonna die. You know you're putting a bullet in your head, and you know the blanket's not going to fucking save you or anything, and I don't care about the blood. But you'd be more inclined to fucking pull a trigger. And then I'm reading a book about Roy DeMeo, and sure enough, that's the Gemini method. Either I'm born for that shit, and there's something wrong with me. Because how would I arrive at that conclusion before I've even read the fucking book? It's a perfect way to do it. His situation was different. He just didn't want to make a fucking mess. But that's what I do to you. I'd use a big blanket. It would get expensive. I'd just buy a big velour or Velux fucking blanket and just wrap it around your fucking head while they beat you and just pop. Let's drag this fucking thing out of here. Either someone's copying me or I'm on that wavelength. There's so many things like that. I was shocked when I read that. I was shocked. I even told other people, and they're just like, "Oh, that's fucking disturbing in the first place, and why are you telling me this?" But it was amazing to me. Maybe it's just common sense, but I don't think people arrive at these conclusions typically, do they? I don't know.